Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us here this morning. We really love having you here.
I
You're
feel
taking.
at home with you guys.
Well, it's nice having you. And all of you that are away from here, congratulations. Thank you for joining us. Jan, thank you for joining us from Willits. Uh, it's just so nice to have people around joining us. Stephen is on the road. He's outside Carson City, so he's not going to be in today. We have we have all these smiling people. It's wonderful. Thank you so
Thanks
much
for
for
having you
joining
on.
us.
Hi, you guys.
And we'll like to start out with a prayer or a song or somebody saying something.
Oh, I always have something to share, and thank you for asking. But I'm going to begin by saying that I'm so grateful for Center for Creative Living. I am so grateful for Dottie working so hard and getting us a nice message every week, and for Corky and for them opening their home so that we can meet. So there's a lot to be grateful for today.
Ditto and amen.
Yeah, and I pulled this card today and it says, I am a person. And if you think about I am a person, and then you can fill in the blank. And I came in and said, I am a survivor. I survived the week. And then I looked around and said, we are all survivors.
Yeah, we're all here.
If you think about our age and our capabilities, we are all survivors. And so I'm congratulating our survivorship today. Survivors, survivors, da 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 da. Okay, we're meeting at Panera at 1 o'clock, and we'll look forward to seeing you there. If you can make it, we'd love to see you there and exchange ideas, things that we've learned this past week, things that we can share. So it's a time for sharing, it's a time for hugs, and it's a time for looking into each other's eyes and seeing each other really. So it's exciting.
Yeah, the kind of community we really like, where we can hug you and look you in the face
And then Corky gets to bring me home goodies from Panera.
Yeah.
That's fun.
More food.
That's a great thing to happen.
And
yes.
So we'll look forward to that. And just remember, I am a person. Fill in the blank. Continue the sentence. I am a person. I'm a survivor. I'm a person. I am creative. I am a person. I am empathetic. Which is our theme today.
That's our theme today, empathy.
Okay, Dottie, go for it.
Well,
Okay.
I'm going to pass it over to Jan. Reverend Jan, it's so nice to have you here, as always. It's delightful to see your face, whether it's on the screen or whether it's in person. However it comes about. We love it.
Well, I love being here.
Yeah.
I love being here.
Oh, that's what that blue heart is. It's on a candle. Oh, how gorgeous.
That's our candle, and I'm just really dedicating it today to healing for everyone. There are so many of us that are walking the healing road. Mel, and there are so many of us. Annie and the kitty cat. Yes. Yeah, we had some scary times, but the kitty cat seems to be getting better. Eliza Faye is better. And I thank you for sending energy to our beautiful Eliza Faye. And, our wonderful Christine, our wonderful, Jeannie. I mean, there are so many of us that need healing. And so in any way that you need healing, my friends, take it from the light of the candle. Give yourself the chance to take it. Take it in. I mean, all of you are dealing with either spoken or unspoken challenges, because we are in the midst of, every one of us can use the healing. And so the healing flows through the river of our lives. The healing grows in the river of our hearts, and we sing and hold each other's hand. Oh yeah, we sing and hold each other's hand. So let the healing like a river flow through your life. Oh, let the healing like a river flow through your heart. We are joined by the river of healing. We're joined by the river, and we come down together, and we wash ourselves in the healing water, healing river. And we wash ourselves in the healing water of our tears, of our joy. We reach inside the river, and we wash ourselves clean. And it all is held in this, the magic of love. So let the healing river flow through our lives.
Yay, that's
Yay.
wonderful.
Nice,
It
nice.
makes me feel healed. That's
Oh,
wonderful.
wonderful.
Thank you so much for singing that. I think
It just
everybody
came, right, and it
Yes.
just came, so as it always does. And it said,
we're going to be talking about empaths today. So there's nothing more empathic than being able to sing a song with somebody. And that makes you feel good, deep, deep down. And that's what I'm looking for today, is you loving yourself and accepting yourself and being there for yourself. For all of us, let's just start healing right now. Just the songs we heard is going to help. Just taking a nice deep breath. Hold it. Hold it. Let's do it again. One more time. Take a nice deep breath. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Oh. Whatever's wrong with you today, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, let's just let
All the
it,
above.
that deep breathing take care of you, help you all, so that you can go to the rest of the day feeling great and meet everybody at Paneros and then bring something home.
Yay!
That's a wonderful way to look at life. There's going to be something at the end of the day for me. And so thank you all for joining us. And Janet,
yes,
that was a great song, but could you do a prayer?
absolutely,
Just
yeah.
a
And
prayer.
I think I'm going to do it with my guitar. Is that okay?
That's wonderful.
Awesome.
So just keep us in this healing mode
Yeah.
and feeling empathetic.
Yes.
So that I'm feeling empathetic for Christine, and I'm feeling empathetic for Marissa, and I'm feeling empathetic for Jen and Joan and Ruth, wherever she may be, and for Corky and for myself, and then all the people who joined us. I'm putting out a feeling of empathy for you.
I love it. Oh, the empathy flows, and we are open-hearted. The empathy flows into our lives. The empathy flows, and we are in it. The empathy flows and returns to us tenfold. Let it bring home our wholeness. Let it bring home our life. And empathy flows, oh empathy flows. Empathy grows each time we open our heart to the universe and to each other. Empathy bonds us. Empathy is the expression of all that we give. Empathy holds the space of sacred safety and love, so we can heal our wounds. Empathy, oh empathy, let me hold it openly. Let me bring home the truth that we are one, the truth that we are one. Oh, sing it out. Oh, bring it out. And Creator is around us, and all are within us, and holding the truth that we are one. And so when we heal with empathy, we are healed in return. It's a cycle of grace that surrounds us and holds the light to the sky, and we are alive. Oh, we are alive. Oh, and we are alive. Oh, and we are alive. So open up your heart and feel the empathy flow, and know that you are a part of this empathy as it grows. And we reach out our open hands to each other's heart, and the empathy flows, and the empathy grows, and we are held in the sacred arms of the
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. That was just a wonderful song. And Corky, you're saying okay?
Yeah.
What?
You're okay.
Well, thank you. When I chose empathy for today, because we have so many people that they don't talk about the gift many of us carry. Those who are drawn to healing, ministry, counseling, caregiving, teaching, parenting, or simply loving deeply. That gift is empathy. So feel it in your heart today. Feel a feeling of loving everybody here, everybody in your life, and put out positive energy. So many times lately, people have just been thinking negatively. And I'd like you to change that for this morning. Just think positive about the people in the room, the people in your life, the people outside your world, the people that are in Congress and Senate. Just think positively and think about the things that you understand and share with other people. The ability to share someone else's feelings. That's so wonderful when you can take a moment to do that. So that's what I want you to do. For many healers, empathy comes naturally. You walk into a room and immediately know something is wrong. Someone smiles, but you feel the sadness behind the smile. How many of you do that? How many of you can walk through and feel what the room has to say?
I do.
And so think about that. But you feel the sadness behind the smile, even when somebody says, I'm fine, and your spirit whispers, no, they're not.
Not.
So I want you to think about that while I'm talking today about empathy. How often do you feel other people's emotions? That sensitivity is not weakness. It's an awareness. But every gift carries empathy can build bridges. Empathy can put you in a different state of mind, and it deepens your compassion and helps us to minister to people in profound ways. Yet unchecked empathy can also drain us, overwhelm us, and leave us carrying emotions that were never ours to carry. So when you walk into a room and you feel people there are sad, you immediately go into a sense of sadness yourself. Let's learn how to handle your empathy. Many ministers experience it as an automatic reflex. Someone hurts, and immediately we absorb them. Turn into an empathetic goddess, okay? Where you feel people's pain, and instead of immediately jumping in and being sorry for them, don't just let your stomach tighten. Someone is angry, and our whole nervous system reacts. But spiritual maturity means learning that feeling everything is not the same as helping wisely. I'm going to repeat that. Spiritual maturity means learning that feeling everything is not the same as helping wisely. Imagine two ways to respond to another person's emotions. The sponge absorbs everything: sadness, fear, anger, grief, frustration. By the end of the day, the sponge is soaked and heavy, and that becomes our heart. We go into a room, or people come to see us, and they're going through any problems, we immediately have to take it on. Well, you don't. You don't have to take on everybody's problems. Be the lighthouse that stands in the storm. Think of yourself standing there, feeling everything around you, but not taking it in. It sees as a lighthouse sees the waves. It understands the danger, but it does not become a storm. It shines light so others can find their way. So right now, just close your eyes and imagine you're a lighthouse and see yourself standing strong. There's waves around the bottom of your feet, but you don't take them on. Then when you open your eyes, look around your room. If you're home by yourself, look around and see the things that represent who you are. If you're in a room with other people, look at them and see them and smile at them and say, I'm your lighthouse. That works. Many empathetic people have spent years being sponges when they were called to be lighthouses. Some of us walk into a grocery store for bread and come home with 3 bags of groceries, someone else's heartbreak, and the cashier's divorce proceedings. How would have you done that when you've gone into a market just for one thing and you cut all the emotions around you and you bring them home with you? This is not a shopping trip. This is an emotional hostage situation.
Indeed.
Source does not call us to collect emotional luggage from every person we meet.
Some days it just happens.
How do we do that? We begin by asking questions. And so start asking yourself these questions. Is sympathy needed here? Or empathy needed here? Sometimes people need understanding, but sometimes simply decision to aisle 7, directions to a place in the market. You don't have to buy into all their emotions. They might just looking where the loaf of bread is. They're new to the market. You help them. You don't buy into all of their emotions. You are the lighthouse. How much empathy is needed? A doctor does not need to become sick to provide treatment. A minister does not need to carry every burden home or every burden with you. You can be the lighthouse. You can let people come to you. But you don't have to take on everything. I know so many of you that I'm talking to do that. You hear somebody sick, you immediately not only hear their name, but feel their energy. And you're feeling sick yourself. Learn how to be a lighthouse, an empathetic lighthouse. Before entering a difficult conversation, pause for 1 minute. Take a deep breath. Place your hand over your heart and say silently, I can care without caring. You can care for everybody without attaching it to yourself. Vision yourself surrounded by the light. Then decide, today I will listen with compassion and remain grounded in my own center. Yes, that's important. And for some people it's impossible. We all are on this planet to help others, but we don't have to take every last minute of their problems into us. That small pause changes empathy from an automatic reaction into a conscious response. Think of that. You can be consciously responding to people and helping them and still feel empathy. But you don't have to take on every inch of what they're going through. You can love them, just like you love a baby. You love that child. But just when it cries, you don't say, oh no, the world's ending, the baby's crying, what am I going to do? You just talk to it, soothe it, give it food, or hold it. Sometimes the lighthouse is open for people. Be the lighthouse, be the light. There are 7 strengths of the wise empath. Empaths often feel deeply, and deep feeling can sometimes become self-pity. How many times has that happened? Why do you feel everybody comes to me? Why am I always the one helping? Each one of you in this room has sometimes had that, where you have somebody at home that you're helping, you have somebody at work that you're helping, you have somebody on the phone that you're helping, and you're feeling, why am I so tired all the time? Wise empaths recognize that sensitivity is a gift, but they also recognize their responsibility to manage that. Becoming a lighthouse is so interesting. It helps you be able to shine your light without taking in the negativity. Instead of saying, why is this happening to me? They ask, how can I respond wisely? How can you respond wisely to somebody who's going through a miserable time? Life is not always fair. Ministry is not always easy. Healing work is not always light. Candles and inspirational music are helpful. But sometimes it's messy, emotional, and complicated, and yet we rise. Rise up. Be that landmark. Rise up to what comes your way. That's the most important thing you can do. Many of us were taught that being a good spiritual person meant saying yes to everything. But growth requires change. You don't have to say yes to everything.
That will get you in trouble.
Joan says that'll get you in trouble. Yes, it will. Maybe your change is setting boundaries. Resting. Could be you that you no longer answer every emotional emergency at midnight.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Yeah. When somebody calls and says, I can't sleep tonight, I need to talk to you, you say, okay, we'll just calm down, take a nice deep breath. I'm going to go back to bed. Be the landmark, helping people. Change is not betrayal. Everybody changes. The seasons change, the tides change, the moon changes. Why should our emotional habits remain frozen? There's no reason that you have to stay frozen in your emotional habits. There's an endless list of things you cannot control. Another person's choices. I have a client that every time they call, I tell them exactly the same thing. And every time I talk to them, they say, you're right. And then they go back and do the same thing they were doing before they called me. And I have a gentleman that called me this just yesterday and was going on and on and on and on about how the mother of his children doesn't love him and how the mother of his children doesn't like him. And, oh, she asked him over for coffee, but he's not going to go. And I got so caught up in what he was saying to me that when he hung up, I just was going, what am I going to do for this guy? And it dawned on me, I can be the lighthouse. I can be a landmark. I don't have to sit down with him and listen to every word he's saying. He called me 3 times yesterday. So what you do when somebody is doing that to you, realize that you're taking on all of their problems and they're not changing. And that becomes a difficult place to be. You have to say, as I did to this man, I'm not going to be able to talk to you anymore today. I'm busy. And I'm going to send you with love, and I'm going to send you with an open heart. But you need to take your own path. Think of that. How can you be empathetic without taking it all inside yourself? There's an endless list of things you cannot control. Another person's choices, their moods, healing timeline, and their willingness to grow. Think of that. How do you help somebody grow without taking on everything that they're saying? You can, however, control your response, attitude, and spiritual center. That's what you take on. It's your center. When an empath tries to control what cannot be controlled, exhaustion follows. And many of you sitting here today, in this room and on the tube, are feeling exhausted. And you're feeling exhausted because you're helping others. As the saying goes, you cannot calm every storm, but you can keep your own boat from sinking. You can be empathic and keep your own boat from sinking. So think about that. Empaths often fear disappointing people. We say yes when we mean no. We overextend ourselves. We apologize for having needs. But hear this. A boundary is not a rejection. It is a declarement of responsibility, a declaration of responsibility. Why do we think we must be available 24 hours a day? Sometimes the holiest word you can say is no. I have people call me late into the night, Dottie, I've just got this one thing I've got to talk to you about. And I'll say, one thing, and then that's it. I'm going back to sleep. And they say, well, it's not just one thing. And I have to say, that's all I can handle. I have to go back to sleep. I'm being the lighthouse. And that's what you need to do. Have you ever absorbed someone's drama, lost your peace, and then thought, why did I do that? That is not failure, that's feedback. Wise empaths learn from experience. Maybe you stop answering emotionally charged questions late at night, or stop trying to rescue people who do not want help. Growth means recognizing patterns and choosing differently. Choose to support yourself. Once you get stable in yourself, You can use your empath to help others. Because empaths can sometimes pour so much energy to others, they forget their own dreams. And that's what happens when people wake you up at night. You're in the midst of your own dreams and they call to say, oh, my wife won't talk to me, or oh, my husband is being mean to me, or oh, I'm worried about work, or oh, things that they're in charge of and they're in control of, but they want you to handle it. And then sometimes when someone else succeeds, resentment appears. These same people who want help, then when you give them help, they get resentful. Well, I didn't want her to say that, or I didn't want him to tell me that. That happens a lot. So what you do, a candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. Celebrate others, bless others, and remember that your path is unfolding on its own time. So you can say, thank you, I'll talk to you in the morning. That's celebrating your time, but it's honoring them. You say, thank you, I'll talk to you in the morning. Or if somebody calls you or texts you and wants you to heal them, I think everybody on this, everybody in this room, everybody I can see a picture of right now on the screen, has had sometimes somebody's done that to them. Help, I need healing. Real healing takes time, as does spiritual growth and emotional balance. If you have spent decades reacting to other people's emotions, do not expect to master empathy overnight. You notice the emotion before absorbing it. Pause before reacting. Set a boundary, or how about praying instead of panicking? Those are victories. Imagine empathy as a volume knob. Some people have theirs permanently set to 11. Someone across the room sighs and they feel it. A stranger frowns, a dog looks disappointed, someone bumps into a chair, and by lunchtime you're emotionally buffering like a slow internet connection. You take on everything. Remember to be that landmark where you can stand there to help people, but you don't have to take all of their pain, all their emotions on. And that's one of the biggest lessons to learn. Protect yourself, but be there for people who really need you. But don't take it all in. Healing empathy means learning to adjust the volume. For a grieving friend, maybe the volume goes up. For a manipulative person, maybe the volume goes down. Spiritual wisdom is not muting empathy. It is using the volume knob intentionally. Empathy, I feel your pain. Compassion, I care about your pain. That's a big difference. You can feel somebody's pain, but then when you start caring about it, it starts eating away at you. Empathy can become overwhelming. Compassion remains guarded. Empathy may absorb emotions. Compassion offers support. Empathy can lead to burnout. Compassion leads to sustainable service. The goal is not to become less caring, because the goal is to become more sustainable. At the end of each day, sit quietly, breathe deeply, ask yourself, what emotions today were truly mine? So you can put other emotions to sleep. You can care about them, but don't let it lead to burnout. Offer support for people. I release what does not belong to me. I keep the wisdom and I release the weight. I am called to love, not to drown. That's what the lighthouse does. It's called to shine, not to drown. Sympathy is a beautiful gift. It allows us to see the unseen, hear the unspoken, and confront the hurting. But a healer who carries every burden will eventually collapse beneath the load. So today I invite you to transform empathy from a relax into a choice. Choose your empathy. Choose when to open your heart, how deeply to enter another person's path. Choose boundaries that protect your spirit and compassion that heals without destroying. Be the lighthouse, not the sponge. Shine your light into the storm without becoming it. And remember, the Creator placed within you. You can care deeply, love fully, serve faithfully, and still protect the sacred peace the Creator placed within you. May your empathy become wisdom. May your compassion become strength. And may your light continue to guide others while remaining brightly alive within yourself. Don't take all of your energy and give it away. Remember to be the lighthouse. Remember to shine brightly during the day and during the night. Remember, it's important that you take care of yourself first, then help others. Don't give everything that you have of your spirit away. It's time for you to think about yourself and all of you people that I'm looking at. I'm looking at Jan and Ann and Chris and everybody that's on the screen. I can just see those four right now, but I know that there's many, many others there. Take this information and use it. It's okay to be empathic and it's okay to be loving, but it's not okay to give away every part of who you are. Now, next week, we're going to be bringing in 2 new ministers. Ruth and Lauren are going to be receiving their ordination. Thank you, Corky. Receive their ordination. And we want to have everyone get online and help us with it. This is a difficult time for churches. They're losing people. It's a difficult time for UCM. We're losing people. So think about that. We've got 2 people learning about us that are going to join us, and younger people that are under 50.
Yay!
Hey,
Statistically.
specifically ones
gonna live
in
longer
their
than
late
we do.
30s, the others in their mid 40s. They're new people, and they're willing to give their lives to being ministers, which is a great gift, as long as you use your empathy as a lighthouse, not like a sponge, because sponges get sick. Sponges take on all the negativity, and then it pulls you down. So that's why I'm saying, be the lighthouse. Shine at everybody. Let people know that you're there for them, but you're not going to take in all their pain. And sometimes that even helps the person you're talking to. They realize that you're there for them, but you're not going to become a part of them. That makes an empath a strong being. So listen to what I said today, all you empathic people. It's okay to be empath, but don't become a sponge. Thank you so very much.
Yay!
And thank you for listening. Bye now.
Let that
I'm
be a
saying
lesson.
bye, but we're going to have other things happening.
Well, you're going to tell them about the ways that when you were working in your office that you, between clients, to keep yourself, you kind of like
Courtney's talking
centered.
about when I was working in my
Grounded.
office, after each client, I would either go wash my hands or I would just sit there quietly and release their energy, because I didn't think it was fair to the next person for me to be so empathetic about the last person that I brought them into their reading. So do that. If you're doing readings, try something. Either wash your hands or just take 2 or 3 minutes for prayer. Do something in between the people you're waiting on you're helping. And let that be your minute to get back and balanced. And let go of what you've heard. You want to remember the reason they're there, but you don't want to take on the misery they're feeling.
So I would just add to that, Dottie, that I found, and you and I did this oftentimes together at the mansion, is just going out and putting feet on the earth.
Right.
Or putting hands on the earth, or hugging a tree.
Right.
That for me has been incredibly helpful. Like when I've been at a crisis intervention, like I'm thinking of VTA for an example.
Right.
I would go out when I'd been in a little room working with person after person after person. I would go out and hug a tree.
Oh, that's wonderful, Jen.
And anything to get us connected to that greater power, that greater energy, so that we're not doing it alone.
Right. Wonderful. Thank you for
Dottie,
sharing that.
could I add something?
Yes.
Hi, it's Chris. So in Native American practices, we use a rattle, and it's something after the person leaves or not. But if you use a rattle, the sound waves will break up the thickness that's accumulated. And you can also use it, obviously, to reset. So it's just one other tool. A maraca, any kind of a rattle that you might just have around, add it to your altar that you're using in your sacred space.
Well, sometimes if you're in an office, a good way to get back into center is to do a short prayer for the person who just left. There's many things that you can do to help improve your ability to handle the next person. And that's what I'm talking about here, and exactly what you say, Chris. That is great, especially if you're outside, to rattle or to touch trees or to. And thank you and Chris both for sharing with me.
And I want to add what Chris is talking about is wonderful. And I've got to tell you a story, Chris, that really bears truth to that. And when we had the HIV rejuvenation retreats, when we had the funding to do that, we have 2 times in our art projects, we've made rattles out of little eggs, those little plastic eggs, and then you can put, seeds, or you can put things, and then you decorate it with decoupage. And so you have this little egg, and it's not really loud, but it does exactly what Chris is talking about. It dispels the negativity and the heaviness, and it breaks it up with the sound.
Good.
Because I got in trouble with, at work, because I used to tone, and then people would hear it, how loud I am.
Yeah.
And so I used that little rattle, and it's amazing.
Oh, great
Right?
idea.
So I really, and it's so simple, and it doesn't require that we do too much,
Right. That's
just
a great
just
idea.
do it.
Right. Yeah. Well, think of what you do after you've helped somebody. And not every one of you is seeing loads of people or talking to lots of people every day. You might just have a relative who's calling you constantly to tell you their problems. So find a way to release after you hang up on the phone or after you talk to them. And yes, Jen, you had something you wanted to say?
In the Reiki circle, we used to, between clients, we always had candles burning, and we would just pass our hands over the lit candle to release that person's energy that might have been sticking to us.
Right. That's a wonderful way to do it.
Well, I'm almost there, Jan.
That's
okay.
There's Jan.
Yeah.
Hi. She's in front of the Center for Creative Living sign. That's wonderful. Yes, but find some way of staying empathetic, staying with what I call it love, and hold on to that. But let go of all the anger, the frustration, the hurt the other person is going through. And so, but you can talk to people until you're blue in the face. But the minute that they leave, you still remember them. So that's why I'm trying to get you to be empathetic, but let go of the negative energy. And thank you, Jen, and thank you, Chris, for giving us these questions, these answers. Yes, Marissa.
Small bells.
Small
of different
bells.
tones.
That's another
Because
good.
they break up energy too.
Yeah.
And you can like take the bell and do your whole aura.
Right.
Or you can take your bell and do it over your heart or your third eye or wherever you feel you've most absorbed.
Right.
And
that's wonderful.
And they have different tones and they're not that loud. I mean,
Yeah.
so, you know,
Yeah.
a lot of people just don't think of bells, but bells are good for calling in things and they're also good for clearing out things.
Yes. Good.
Yeah.
Good. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. Anybody else have any ideas of how it's good to clean the energy? I like the idea of seeing yourself as a lighthouse. And the lighthouse doesn't take on the negativity. It just shines the light.
Mm-hmm.
And now you can take on all the love you're given. Okay, you have people, after I do a reading, they say, I love you, Dottie. And I say, thank you so much. I love you, Dottie Boon. Yeah, I love you, Mama Boon. It's like from the sky. And I always say, thank you so much. That's wonderful to get the love. But don't hold on to the negativity. That's what I'm talking about. You can
Okay,
be
Lonnie.
empathetic.
Lonnie has her hand up.
Yes, Lonnie.
Yes. A couple of things. One thing is sage is really good. You know, I use sage all the time before I do the readings and before and after. So it clears everything.
Wonderful.
Also, eating chocolate is really good.
Yay! I'll do it.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. Well, you can also drink a little bit of wine too.
That's true too. Well, no, that's.
Oh, I'm going to tell a story on Dottie's. We used to do go to people's homes and do readings. And at this particular time, they spiked her drink. And the problem with that was that after every client, she would go, oh, I forgot to tell them that. She'd be running down the hallway. Wait a minute, there's another thing that my dad wants to tell you. Yeah, so she doesn't drink when she does.
Well, but you see people, Jan, you see people a lot of people in a day, don't you?
Jen,
Jan?
Jan, yours? Or
no, Jen.
No,
You, Jan.
oh, me, Jan. Jan.
Jan number one.
No, not Jan number one. We're Jan and Jan. So one of the things that I do is I do a little bit of everything you said. Like I just rang. You couldn't hear it because it was on mute, but I have a wonderful Tibetan bell that my mother got me years and years and years ago. And it's incredible. I do the sage. I also do Palo Santo, which is another herb. Palo Santo. It's an herb that is really used for cleansing in many indigenous traditions, and I've been given that to use, and it's wonderful. It has a wonderful smell. And the other thing, because I'm a smelly person, I like smells, is Nag Champa, which is an incense.
Oh,
it's an incense. Nag Champa. I just burn a little bit of it. I don't burn a lot because, for some people that's not, necessarily their favorite. But all of those help to ground us in a physical way back to our earth.
Right.
And just as you said, Reverend Dottie, I just want to bring it up. The lighthouse is grounded.
Right. Right.
And that was the first logo of our Center for Living with Dying, was the lighthouse. Be the lighthouse, not the rescue boat.
Right, exactly. The rescue boat can get full of rescuing people, and it can sink. Where the lighthouse stands there and shines a light. And that's one of the greatest gifts we have, of being a light shiner. So that's one of the things I want you to think about, is shining your light around the world. Not just shine your light to your family, but shine your light to your next door neighbor. Shine your light when you go into a store. Shine your light so that they know that you're a special person. And so if you're feeling lonely or if you're feeling sad, call somebody and say, hey, I'm feeling a little bit sad today, and I want to get back to being a lighthouse. Could you help me shine? Ask people to help you. Don't feel that you're without help. Don't feel like you're the brightest or the best gifted minister around.
Or you're the only minister.
Or you're the only minister around. Yeah. And Lonnie, I want to go back to what you were saying. That's so important. The ideas that you gave us, because you do see people all the time. And so, and you're in a place where you can be very much taken away from what you were doing, but you listen. And listening deeply is the best gift you can do, and you're so good at that. And so I thank you so much for the work that you're doing. Anybody who's doing psychic readings, remember, as soon as you hang up or they leave, you can bless them, bless yourself, and shine your light. Yes.
Donna Christensen.
Oh, Donna. Okay, one more time.
Hi.
Hi.
Well, I was having the memory of how on Coal Circle we used to end the service with singing "This Little Light of Mine."
Yes.
And at the time, I found that song very irritating. And now I look back with nostalgia
Yes.
and wish we were there again singing the song.
Yes.
Oh, me too.
Yes, we do too. I think this little light of mine shouldn't be copyrighted. Yeah. So, Jan, you want to start so we can sing this little light of mine?
Well, we can always take it off if it is.
Yeah.
This little light of mine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
I think every person here was in a different tune and a different look at that song, but you sang it. Hallelujah. Thank you so much for joining us with this little light of mine. And now we're going to pass the basket.
So that we can continue to be a light that's shining.
Yes, so we can continue being a light that's shining.
Dottie, could I make a comment?
Yes.
I want to tell you how important it was just now when you said that we can call someone else. And I wonder if you would repeat the phrase. It was something like, help me shine. What was it?
I don't remember what I said.
Well, it was along the lines of help me shine today. And what I really liked about it, number one, is that it's really hard for people in our situation perhaps to ask for help. So I really like the permission to ask, and also I like the template. You said it better than I did just now. But what's also true is that it even shows that we know what we're not asking you to fix us. We're saying, I know what I'm trying to get at, and I need help getting there. Right. I don't need you to fix this for me, but could you give me a boost up? Could you help me remember who I am? So whoever's listening to this, back up and go find what Dottie said. Because it was really so right on to involve others in the growth that we know that we have to do. It's not a burden on them. And I'll bet you 10 to 1, 1,000 to 1, that anyone who was asked that would immediately jump to it. Because it's not a burden on the person
Yeah.
being asked.
But it's
Right.
Oh, yeah, I've
That's
had
good
to ask people to
science.
help me with e-birds and all kinds of
Where did
stuff,
you find it?
and they're there, Johnny on the spot. I mean, I have never had anybody refuse me when I've asked for help.
Okay, so quickly, we're doing a quick blessing today, saying thank you for these gifts to help CCL continue to be the lighthouse that shines.
Thank
Yeah,
you so
thank
much.
you.
Thank
That's a
you. And
big-
don't forget, join Joan and Corky. And who else is going to go?
Oh, it's going to be Donna and Lonnie and
Christine.
and Christine and Marissa
Christine St. Clair.
and Christine St. Clair and Alia.
And surprise people.
Yeah,
And
and
surprises.
everyone's welcome. So please, it's the Panera's
On Coleman
on
Avenue.
Coleman Avenue, and we get a table and we talk and eat and laugh and stuff and assorted stuff.
Thank you so much for being with us today. Thank you for listening to me. And thank you, Janet, for your songs. They were wonderful. Thank you so much, Joan, for what you read from the card. And thank you for joining us. Have a very beautiful week. And don't forget, next weekend, next Sunday, we're going to be ordaining Lauren and Ruth Rodate. And so it'd be great to have you here. Not in the house, because the house holds about 8 people, but online and just aware that we're getting 2 great people.
Show your support. Show your support for new members.
Yes. Thank you so very much. Nice having you here.
Oh, and the election. We're going to be having an election. So if anybody wants to run for the board, there's a application
For
somewhere
UCM.
from
For UCM.
UCM on the UCM web. Okay.
Happy trails.
To you. To y'all.
Thank you
Okay,
very
everyone.
much.
Thank you. We love you and
Over
good night.
and out.
Okay, over and out.